experience from being in the house?
Okay, this one I can answer that. I can answer that first. Takeaway experience from the house. First off, everybody's not the savior.
Real as real can be. It's almost like you want the money.
Everybody's not who they say they are. Then the second caveat to that is everybody can change.
That was it.
It's the same.
They're cousins.
Yeah, it's the same breath of air,
Yeah.
Because what I learned from my first time in the house is it is possible for you to come a life-changing experience while you're still finding yourself.
Yeah.
So within that transition period, you can come and create a fake persona or lie about something. So during that period, you are not who you say you are.
Yeah.
But when you find yourself, you have changed.
And that's bad.
It's okay. You can let people make the mistakes while they're still learning. But when it comes to realization, that's okay. I've done bad. I'm trying to do better. Okay, accept them. Give everybody benefit of that because you never know the people they do. That's from the house.
Before these boys come back, let me ask you an interim question.
Yeah.
And I don't mean it in the wrong or in a bad way, right?
Yeah.
But who is the closest person in Big Brother that you can say you see yourself in? The reason I'm asking is because your fans, right, are fans because they see a part of themselves in you.
It's not one person. There are different people. It might be one thing for this person, one thing for this person, one thing for this person. Do you understand? Neo.
My G.
Neo is one of them. Yeah, I can be really reserved. But on the other hand, I can be a jaga boy.
Yeah, I feel
with this energy.
Oh, you guys are from the same place.
It's the Sapele.
Yeah, so I even tell people most time, because when I went to Sapele, some of my guys were angry.
Yeah.
Like, first week, second week, we could have vexed for you. See, this not be Kelly where we know. It's not be Kelly where we know. You do this. So I was like, I told them, say, chill. There's a time to be reserved. There's a time to shout. There's a time. You don't do everything at the same time.
I feel you.
Yes, you have to know when to be this and when to be that. Do you get? So that part I see Neo. I see Uti as well. Then
You're calling all the real ones, though. You need to be guided.
funny enough,
This is what we need. We
enough,
honestly need more conversations like this that actually talk about the good in us, not just the bad that the fans usually focus on.
Funny enough, Mercy, even though she's a
another
Mercy
one.
and Ilibai.
Who's next?
Fair enough.
I think
myself.
No, you're allowed to say something. I'll give us.
No, I think like
we're always afraid to hear what you want to say.
Nah, man. Funny enough, like I feel like outside when I came out of the house, somebody I started to see a lot of similarities in me and the person was Hermes. Yeah, funny enough.
Very artistic guy.
Yeah, very artistic, very competitive,
very unique individual.
Yes.
And eclectic.
You can never see another kind of Hermes.
Bro.
Yeah. So I feel like I mean,
if you see the way in the dance, you're gonna see as spiritual.
Yeah,
They tension these guys when we do arena, when we have tasks.
You know the funny thing about your set, our set rather, is that your level is that whatever Hermes was doing in your level, that's what I would like. Immediately he started doing it. It clicked to me, and I wanted to compete. I wanted to match that energy. Do you get? So I didn't understand why. But then it's when I left the house and I was watching the highlights. Even me, we're guys, like him and I were guys now. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like, once I saw it,
honestly, I think a big disadvantage would be anybody going into Big Brother house and not having a game plan.
Do you know the crazy thing? Going in as yourself
is the easiest way to win.
You have to wake up and act.
Once I told people that were close to me, I'm going on Big Brother, they came. They said, bro, you need to first rep your stage. You need to enter there and do like this. You need to do like, bro, all that you're dressing, bro, calm down on that P. Like, people are not going to like it.
Entrance wasn't what he wanted. They wanted him to.
Yeah,
They
gave
him some.
My people had me, like, they gave me this Isegu whole kini con dress as an Igbo man, rep your state. And I woke up that morning, I was like, nah. And then I just picked out something from my box and I just wore it on stage. And that when I came out, like, the same people that told me, oh no, you should do like this, the same people that like, that thing was so strong. People liked you so much for just being yourself. And so, you know, being yourself in of itself is a strategy.
Do you think the house changed you or has reshaped how you see things now?
No, this simple answer.
Sure.
This one was so easy.
For
It
sure.
just amplified you. That's all it has done, amplified
sure.
you.
It's a definite yes.
Yeah.
It definitely changed.
Big yes.
I can write a manuscript on how to survive the Big Brother's house now. Tell you what to do, how to approach it, everything. Because it's a game show, right? Once you understand the X and O's, the I's and the T's, it's easy for you to
navigate.
Basically.
It,
I'm pretty sure even you as well now, you understand how it works.
no better,
Exactly.
yes.
And that's just what it is. It's
No,
not
if it's about how it works, for me, I feel things can change.
Guess
Would
what?
you-
Guess what? The fans are the same. The fans that supported you
Would you
in
go
your
again?
season, he will go again, he won't go again.
You won't go again.
No, I wouldn't.
Shout out.
Will you go again?
No. So I don't know for other people, but like if you're in that space, it's like you get to spend a lot of time with thoughts to yourself. Thoughts that you can't share because you're on air. Thoughts you can't share because why are you sharing your thoughts with your competitor? Why are you sharing your thoughts with somebody that is support? Like, do you get what I'm saying? That person can actively use it against you. So
I just randomly realized something. Our seasons are quite similar.
how do you mean?
Season 9 and season 7. Because we were level 1, level 2. We're actually a pair. If you really think about it,
pairs,
they just split us.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with your season. So the one thing that messed us up was whenever we had sponsored task. Was it sponsored task? Which one was it that we had to play against each other?
There was sponsor task, any task.
It was sponsored task.
Yeah.
We had to play against each other.
And head of house.
And head
as
of
well.
house. Now, you have to now play against somebody that you bonded with. Your experience is different. You know, the person that you bonded with is in the same space with you. The person that you bonded, you have no contact with that person. So you feel isolated on your own, and the only time you feel safe is when you're in the arena. A few minutes you get to see your person.
Crazy.
Man!
And you don't know what that person is doing now that you're with other people.
exactly.
Do you get? Yeah.
So far, has experience changed you?
Kinda. I see life as a game show now. Like literally, some people are not like what they'll tell you or what you think they are, and you just need to move in a very strategic way. So yeah, that's how I see it.
Well, for me, it hasn't changed. Because,
Really?
I say so because, like I always say, before going into the house, I realized that everything that happens in the house is real life. You get, it's real life. Someone lied to you in the house. Outside the house, people lie to people. But at some point, or at every point, always remember that the Bible says, in all you're getting, get wisdom. Use your head. And for me, I'll tell everybody, pray for the spirit of discernment to know if this person is like this or if this person, not because you want to quarrel, but for you to know how to move.
To navigate with them.
Navigate.
Yeah, I feel you.
So nothing changed for me. Because if anything changed, probably coming out from the house, it's still, if inside the house you ask me, who is your best guy? Even though we're not very close. When I say not very close, what I mean is he had his own team in the house. I'll tell you Topher. Coming out from the house, I'll still mention Topher. Because even in the house, I already knew, I already felt like this person is like this. You understand? So Nothing changed, the same thing.
It's lucky you. That's not an experience that goes round.
Shout out to you. Shout
I'm
out to
telling you.
you. Shout out to you.
Also, I'm not even surprised. The videos I saw.
Your turn.
You have
Okay,
to.
my turn. Okay, this one says, let's talk about the pressure that comes with being in the house. Can you describe it? That's one. And how is nothing like what people see?
I think we kind of
I think
touched on that.
we already touched on that.
Yeah.
It's like having to share that experience and not
And
having
the
to have
camera
that
doesn't
experience
show
rather and
everything.
not share things with people because it's like normally now for real life. I mean, Big Brother is real life, but like I mean in regular real life where like there are no cameras in your face and you have access to people that you trust and are a safe space for you. If person offend me now or person do it to me, I know like I feel call my guy. Do you understand? To get a different perspective, to know how to approach that situation better, because that's just how human beings are. But then in the house, you're like operating individually. Do you
Where they're
understand?
not going to nominate you.
Do you understand? So it's like you are doing things one out of fear, you're doing out of competition, and then you're doing it because like that's the only thing that you know how to, like that's the only thing that makes sense in that moment.
Especially
Like
when you have custodians.
yes, there's no
Yeah, that was
Bro,
bad.
that
That
was-
was brutal. I'm never going to lie. That was brutal.
so I think yeah that's a very big part of the experience, and it's very easy for people on the outside to be like, yeah, if I was there I would have done this, if I was there, but like so I usually tell people it's like it's different to be in the stadium watching Ronaldo, and it's a different thing when you have to take a penalty and then there's like 20,000 people watching you. That pressure, like if you don't make the ball, if you don't make the net, bro, like you have like, do you get what I'm saying? It's a difference when you're sitting down in that seat and isolated in that place. Like you don't feel that pressure. You don't feel, do you get what I'm saying? You don't feel that scrutiny, or like you don't feel like you're letting anybody down by making any decision or whatever.
So I think we should move on to another question series.
Yeah.
Touched.
What experiences in the house challenged you the most emotionally?
I'm talking about mine. There was a day, yeah. I think there was a day. The HOH was Sean and Victoria. So we wanted to play a wager task. So Big Brother said, okay, the two HOH, we should select people. This boy is selecting. He ignored me.
Jesus.
They were selecting, they ignored me and Kasha. And I said, these people, do they see me as weak, or are they doing it based on friendship?
Yeah.
Do you understand? In my head, though, I was there, I felt bad. After the selection, after the selection, they give you what you wear, and maybe like after like 30 or an hour, you enter. I went into the room to pray. Yes, I sat on my bed. I was like, God, this game, I want to win this game, don't put me to shame. And that was Guinness, the first Guinness sponsor task for players. Yes. I felt really bad, I felt emotional, like, bro, am I really that to the people?
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, it was Victoria that beat Kasia and won. Yes, so won. In fact, the two Guinness game, I won both. So that was really emotional for me, because I felt bad. That I had to go to the room to pray. I know this guy don't know. Remember that first Guinness game we played?
Which one?
That one, the Victoria and Sean had to select people.
Oh,
You were in
Sean's
group.
team, yeah.
Yeah, they picked him now. They like him now.
Now fine boy. Now.
Boy, they like him. They picked him. If you notice, they were picking people. It was just me, Kasia, and one other group that were left.
See, and don't forget that people thought I was hot outside.
Yeah. That's a good thing to have in your pocket, bro.
They think say I
Because they go
did.
to fear you.
So that game, man, I had to go. I felt bad. That man, the people they leave us like, they feel like we know if we play game. I went to the room to pray. Yes, I prayed there. I sat on the bed and I prayed, God, don't let me down. Don't put me to shame. I want to win this game. Anybody that feels like I am less.
Yeah.
I show that person that I actually am less.
Yeah.
I will won the game. Yes,
But
sir.
the situation puts you in a place where you had to depend on God. He speaks to my favorite Bible verse. Lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him. And He will make what? Your path straight.
Yeah.
And you won.
Yeah.
You know, when we feel like, oh, now we they do you know, no be we. Because if we want to be real to ourselves, there's really nothing that we did
Actually,
that is of our own making to bring us to where we are. This is grace.
True.
You know, so yeah, testament to that. Still. Yeah. Deks, I know it's still your turn. Because
I know.
Because now your house with this.
Me? Yeah, no.
No, bro, I've not gone now. I've
Yes,
come on my.
We moved to the next one now.
Oh, you guys skipped me. The same way they skipped you that time. If you like, say I will win this house now. Nah, but you go, bro.
Okay. I turned the paper, but I know it. Yeah. What would be 3 words that you use to describe your experience in the house?
Insightful, educative, and epiphany.
Yeah.
Mine, educative, mind opening, and amazing.
Insightful. Learning curve. Life changing.
Me,
I
I'd
didn't
say.
say life changing. If I said it now, this is just to say
Baba!
nonsense, boy.
Me, I'd say learning, unlearning, and revealing.
Your name's supposed to be bad boy.
See, the way Topher sounds, Topher sounds like, see, if I have a chance to go back, like, you're gonna die.
But bro, only the people that didn't win the show say this line that you just said. If I had the chance, what else do you want to have the chance for now?
No, too far, it's too far.
Yeah.
But see, bro, before you say what you want to say, see, do the count. What happened? Do you know that it's possible that you would have left?
If I wasn't
Second
myself.
Yeah, if you were not yourself.
So it's not even
So
more.
don't even regret anything. Just learn what you need to learn and move with it. Just learn. No, if you never knew, know now that people can show you this and it can be this. Just pray for the spirit of discernment. Do you understand? Like I told you that there were times I wanted to whisper things to you, but in my head, I see you as my guy. But even if you see me as your guy, you have other guys. You understand? I don't make you go.
You for whisper.
No,
They
you
whisper
for
wrong
understand.
things to me.
No, like he
understand.
defined you. You're a free spirit.
Yes.
You know, the thing is, we project, right?
I don't
So
understand.
you that you're a good person, right? You're a good person. Not everybody is good. You might be saying things to people freely.
Yeah.
You have no malicious intent.
Yeah.
But you don't know what
What
is
is
in
in
their
the other
mind.
person's
And they might use that information against
Yes.
you, right?
Sure.
And that was the discernment that he had. Not that he didn't like you, but spirit don't caution and say, guy,
Yeah.
if you tell this guy now, not saying a bad person,
Yeah.
but it doesn't
You
mean.
know,
Yeah.
yeah. I
Even
understand now.
Yeah, in the when people ask me
Yeah.
which housemates in the house would I want to go to the finals with, it was Topher's name I mentioned. Do you understand? I really wanted to. See, let me tell you, you never knew. That was it. Miranda. Which game did we play that we lost? Colgate.
Colgate,
I
yeah.
felt very terrible. Not because of me.
Yeah.
I wanted to win something with this guy. Not because of the other game. There was one other game we played that we lost. It was me, Victoria, and one other
Yeah.
person. I felt bad, not because of me. You understand? At some point, I wasn't even counting the games I've won because in my head, bro, I believe all these things. People were counting. If you ask me, I said, I don't know, I don't forget. But the times I felt bad, it was not because of me, but because of I wanted other people. And at some point, I noticed that your winning is it winning streak or whatever?
Yeah.
It was low.
It was low,
You understand? I'm sure you don't know that I noticed. I noticed that at some point he wasn't winning. So that thing we played, in fact, we already won. But people that told Suj and Chizoba to go again. Yes, we beat the time out. Our time was the best, but they went again and.
Bro, this guy, actually, I mean, no homo, pause, but this guy actually loves you. You
No, yeah, it's
You
my,
mind the
it's my,
stupid boy,
it's
Joe?
my, it's my
Like the one
broski.
thing that he
Nonsense
said, in
boy.
everything that he said, the
No,
one
it's
thing
my
that I caught
broski.
was,
It's my
you know, it's
broski's
one thing,
blood.
right? And the way the world is working now, right? There's so much turmoil that everyone is trying to look out for themselves and just
Yeah.
themselves,
Mhm.
right? Because there's too much going on.
Yeah.
When you find someone that is handling themselves and still has the time and consideration and love to look out for, I've won 10 times. How much has my guy won?
Mm-hmm.
It already speaks to love. Like,
That-
I want my guy winning or my girl winning as much as I am winning. That's everything I picked from what you said.
That's
you-
why.
I told you about in the
Yeah.
house. One day, there was one of our pool party. Ben was at one side. Because me, like I said, I might be doing something. Feels like I have eyes at the
Yeah.
back of my
We are
head.
seeing what's
Yeah.
going
So
on.
I noticed that Ben, I was doing my chicken and all. Ben wasn't dancing. I know Ben normally. Ben
Yeah.
can be really hyper.
Mhm.
And Chisaba was enjoying herself. And I went to meet Ben. What did they do you? Come on this side. He was like, no, leave it. Come on, move. I did move, my guy. So I just played with him and he came. And I called Chisaba. I was like, come. That was the first time I had to talk about something relating to that
Yeah.
relationship. I told her, I was like, I don't care what you feel for this guy. I don't care what you guys want to do outside this house. I don't care about the people, the personal people whispering things into your ear.
Yeah.
I want to tell you one thing. If anybody looks out for you, anybody shows you love, this is a place where we're here to play a game. If anybody is looking out for you, anybody showing you love, you better reciprocate that love.
Yeah.
I'm telling you this thing. I told her, have I ever talked to you, said anything to you about your relationship? She said no. I was like, I don't know what you're feeling, but come and meet Ben, connect. This guy has been looking out for you.
Yeah.
I don't care if you like you marry outside, it's not my business, but inside this house, if you see anybody that looks out for you,
Look out for
look
them.
out for the person. And immediately, Ben didn't even know that I spoke with her. I didn't have to tell Ben. It was outside the house I told Ben.
Yeah.
Immediately I just saw her, she went to meet Ben. Later Ben was like, I was even surprised that she just came and they were vibing. Do you understand? So me, normally, I don't know about people. If you show me, you see there are lots of letters here.
Yeah.
If you show me just H here, if it represents love, well, reciprocate it, because right now everybody's eyes are shining.
Yeah, they
everybody,
call them retaliate.
yeah, retaliate, because everybody, we're looking out for money. We're looking out. These days, even your guy can even, you know what I mean. I don't want to say it.
So that's why me personally, I'm happy that like he won our season because in the midst of so many people that came with strategies, game plan and everything, I'm happy that the world could see through him that he's actually like a genuine guy.
Yeah.
Like he would just walk up to you, try to solve situations just from his heart. Not like it really concerns him, but he's just seeing the bigger picture more than like we're seeing it as a game and everything. But him is just his kind of person.
Yeah.
I'm happy that Nigerians saw through him because he's one person that told me the meaning of like God's timing. Let's try with the whole task thing.
Yeah.
I'm a very bubbly person and I realized that you know, it just hit you that you've not won in a while. And you're just here playing, just laughing. Just hit me one morning and I'm like, what's happening?
Yeah.
I'm close. And then when we spoke about it and I just started winning again. And then I felt like I even won the right tasks.
Yeah.
Even with him, he won like very strategic tasks that was even related to his part.
Yeah.
And so you
Deks,
just...
is it just me or this bromance is getting too much? Man?
I mean, you have your own bromance, so let them enjoy their own bromance. Let them enjoy it.
Yeah, so I'm really happy he won the show. So yeah.
Funny enough, in the house, there were times I felt withdrawn, though, because there were people I wanted to really connect with. I didn't want to give that impression that, okay, this is my strategy.
Yeah.
Or you understand, because you have to be wise, even when you're a good person. Because I've learned that even as a good person, you have to watch your ways too. Yes, I learned that from my dad.
That's a word, man.
Yes, I learned that from my dad. I'm not sure I'm even as nice as my dad was.
Yeah.
Proud to how they talk about him, but he was still poisoned by a close person. So what I'm saying is, you have to watch your part. Because if someone does something bad to you, God might still forgive them and they live their lives. Do you understand? So I was withdrawn. I think was it the first week or the second week? Chini was sick. My normal nature. I want to, what's the problem? You know, I like to be a part of your process.
Yeah.
That okay, yes, like even if I'm not happy, and you know that I've been able to make you happy, makes me happy. But then many times in the house, I could not do it because I don't want people to feel like this one's just the former. I held myself. I know I like sorry, I don't move.
Fair.
Yes, sir.
Please give me the opportunity to read one of my questions. It's been a minute.
Please.
Let's go. Yeah,
In a
go
minute.
ahead, sir.
This one looks like a rough question.
Why'd you say so?
And it is rough. Ask an uncomfortable, truthful question about something that happened in the house or with someone else in the house.
I've been waiting for
Hold on. Am I supposed to now ask the question?
Yeah.
Or this is the question?
Either one works.
My bro, you're stressing me.
Either one works. Either one
Now
works.
closing hours.
Either one works.
So I'll leave it open then. Ask,
Sorry.
Uncomfortable,
let me say it again.
uncomfortable truth.
ask an uncomfortable, truthful question about something that happened in the house or with someone else in the house. I mean, you would have to have knowledge about each of our houses. Or we can be
Or we
real
can just
with each other and just...
and just talk about
Yeah,
Oh, we can
okay.
ask anything.
something uncomfortable.
Now
but
this is your opportunity to pepper him.
It's not even him. It's more of him.
how does it know? Like,
I heard that. Ask him. Uncomfortable. If I'm not uncomfortable, then it's a problem.
yeah, don't worry. I'll be honest.
Remember, it's bad boy Deks. He takes anything.
Hold on.
I don't even think your question will be that
He's trying to
uncomfortable.
soften it. These are my...
Yeah, that's the bit I don't think the question will be that uncomfortable.
It won't be.
Don't soften it. This is like the best thing here.
If during the All Stars, right? You were in a ship, and
I think I balance
I
well.
can't even call names.
Let's go.
So you were in a ship, and apparently it was another story. I don't really know about it, but
If you ask me, I'll tell you. I
It
wouldn't.
doesn't look uncomfortable.
I wouldn't say it.
I
And
mean,
this,
you're the one that looks some.
no, you can't talk. This is the truth, right? I wouldn't talk about what happened in my ship
yeah,
in an interview on a news outlet because I know those ones are just looking for content.
content.
But now your yard.
If you ask me, I'll tell you. So don't worry, ask.
I mean, if you could go back, would you change anything?
Can I ask you, add a caveat to that?
Yeah,
And why?
and why?
If I could go back,
Would you change? Knowing the fact that you genuinely fell in love in the house. So.
that's a strong word to use.
Okay, you,
That's a strong word.
Well, hold on, there are so many questions.
I think
I'm
I should
saying
even
you
ask-
fall in love.
Okay, that's one. That's two. That's three.
Ah,
I do not. And this is my personal
it
conviction.
was actually Tony Semu or something. Yeah, legit Tony Semu for that.
you look like a good person. You're a bad person.
My personal conviction. I don't think anybody can fall in love in the house.
Totally agreed. This
Pretty
one, I
much.
think I'm going to sit this one out. So I don't even have like that. Yeah. Man, bro, I think like Big Brother, like the house, is the biggest mind fuck.
It
there
is. If
But you can
survive,
never understand
you
until you
can't.
go through it.
You can't.
It is.
I can never pop a balloon again.
It's why there's a bond
Why?
somehow.
I can
Somehow,
never
because
pop a
we
balloon,
know
Jeff.
that no one outside can understand what words cannot express to you. If you've been through it, then it's unsaid. We don't have to talk about it. We
Yeah.
already know, like, we know that there's a relation somewhere. Yeah, you've been through that fire too. Yeah.
The games in the house, I want to say they mess you up, but at the same time, they actually shape your thinking. Because, it's
I feel like
it's
saying
a lot.
well, let me not say it. No, it's not to be said. The arena games guy, but no need.
He knows himself, so
Shout out
knows.
to you, my G.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to
I
my
talked
G.
about him when we came out from the house. I was like,
Yeah.
man, this person, your thinking is
His brain is
should
not
be studied.
He's not.
He's a Martian.
Yeah, and
He's
they
not.
showed him to me. Like this guy. I
Yeah,
told
yeah,
him,
yeah.
your
My
brain
ex-housemate
should be
now.
studied. Yeah.
Now they fed for my set. They call me cruise master. He's the only person that puts me on
Oh, cruise.
Bro, what? Okay, this is another interesting one. Emotions, vulnerability, and entertainment. How are you able to balance all of this?
I sign out on social
That
media.
is a very deep one.
I sign out on social
You
media.
mean in the house or after the house?
Should be after that.
I think
the house,
after because
emotions,
Emotions, what?
emotions,
And
vulnerabilities,
entertainment.
and entertainment.
Hmm.
I'll start from entertainment. Let me start backwards. Entertainment was a shocker to me, right? From being the regular guy that, just goes out to the club, works during the day at the bank, to now being the guy that is being said by the toppest clubs in Nigeria. Oh, we want host Jeff, we'll pay him this amount, there's bottles, there's blah, blah, blah. Shock, right? Entertainment. Second, the gram. I never really used to look at the gram like that, man. It was
It's
more-
supposed to be just for
Yeah,
social,
I
have
actually used to
fun.
follow people and watch like certain people, lifestyle guys like Dan Bilzerian. I don't know if you know him.
No, I don't know.
One of these rich guys that got an inheritance. Donald Trump, guys like that.
That would be nice.
Yeah. So now being the guy that people watch, another shock. Vulnerability. I'll use this story to explain to you my vulnerability. I went from being like finance and banking was like wake me up from my deepest sleep and ask me a finance question, and in my sleep I will tell you the answer. Right? I went from
It's plug
I
and
went to
play.
be a master at my craft. Right? I don't think I met a banker that says they are happy to be a banker. I was so much of a banker that my Fridays were my public holidays. My bosses knew you can't find Jeff in the bank on Friday because the numbers are right, man. Right? What did you ask me for? 2 billion? I beat it by His grace. I was so comfortable in banking. I was getting promotions when they were not promoting. I was double promoted. My mates were 2 levels below me. Right? I was in my safe space. And I went from that to taking a leap of faith towards something that I did not even comprehend. To the point where I was so broke when I left Big Brother house. And I've never said this before.
I don't think people actually understand
Bro, I was
that.
so, listen,
I don't think
I
people
was
get
so
that.
broke, I was even owing the bank money. You know why? Because they had just promoted me a double promotion. And they are paying me, in the bank, we call it bullion van. They are paying me bullion van money. Right? And I had moved. But that bullion van money was for me to work the whole year on that promotion. And I left 2 months after the promotion.
Where's
The
our
double
money?
promotion. Now I owe the bank money. And I'm coming out to a space where I don't know my left from my right. I was in my sister's house. Bro, my best friend that had known me since we were like 4 years old. He just sent me back. Normally our relationship is, I need you to do something for me, I will credit you. Then when you see the money, you call me, guy, what do you want me to do with this money? Oh, run this thing. But that comfortable. He credited me. But it was a small amount, right? But it meant the world to me. I said, bro, what's this for? He said, bro. And this is in a room full of family. And I'm fake smiling. But in my mind, you can see in my eyes that this boy doesn't know his left from his right. And it's like, bro, now small money, but just hold down. I know you don't know what's going to happen next. I know you're moving from a place where you knew everything to a place where you know absolutely
Uncertainty.
nothing.
Yeah.
But everything will be all right. I said that amount, it was 20K. That 20K, I keep on saying it, that 20K at the time, it opened the floodgates of heaven for my life.
Crazy.
So entertainment, shall I go more?
Please do. The floor is yours.
In all of these things, in speaking of entertainment, I've shown you the vulnerability. In that you're a master at your craft, you go into a place and you don't just go at the shallow end, you go into the deep end and you're struggling. Where you can't, is why the first thing I said to you boys is, when you can't, don't look left, don't look right, look up. Look up, right? Vulnerability. what was the first one again? Emotions, roller coaster, man. from dancing, doing 10-10 with depression. It's true now. Trying to decipher who's a real one, who's not a real one, who's smiling in your face, and talking behind your back. Like it's so much, man. Because we're exposed. It's almost like being Mowgli without the training.
Yeah.
Like we're being thrown into the fucking jungle. Excuse my French.
No,
into the jungle.
Yeah, of course you can.
So yeah, man.
I'm about to do this. I'm about to do the funniest thing ever. Something tells me everybody here will be shocked. Even I think Bryann will be the most. I think Bryann will be the most shocked.
Unless you bring a snake out.
Nah, I think Bryann will be the most shocked.
Is it prize money?
The rule book.
Yeah.
The rule book.
They gave you guys a rule book.
What did I tell you?
Let me see.
No, we had the rule book. Apart from that, does this look familiar to anybody?
Not to me, man. How did they let you take this out?
I was head of us.
Sorry, sir. Odogu.
Crazy.
So because
Let me see that book. I'm sorry.
wait,
This was your daily night vigil.
I want to put this.
I never got the chance to actually read this today.
Really? Yeah. Where you go? This is our brief.
They didn't give this to us.
No. Like I was never heard of ours.
Oh, see?
Yeah, so
Fair.
For some weird reason. For some weird reason. Let me tell you why this is very intentional. For some weird reason, I realized that my time in the Big Brother's house was just a unique experience that you can't relive. So, with every task that we did, I had a novelty. I took a piece of everything just to remind me of this experience. This is the rule book they gave us. One of this is the first brief we read.
Photocopy.
One of this is the so this is the first. This is your final sponsor task. This is the welcome to week 9 brief. Pretty much the things that we read in the house that shaped how we now. And I always said I was going to
look at that one.
Of course you can. Yeah. I always said I was going to keep this, put everything in an entire frame, document my journey, and just leave it in my house. Like, let me make you laugh.
Sheesh, I didn't even think about all of this.
Let me make you laugh. 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 Where is it? This is what I just saw it just now. Where did it go?
You're extremely intentional about your journey. Man.
No, I was 2020.
Sorry, this is the second time, Abi?
First time. No, this is first time. Second time I didn't care. This is what I look like in 2020.
Let me see.
Crazy.
Can I see? Dead guy. That's not bad boy Deks.
That's not bad boy Deks.
But look at the thing at the back. This is from one of the tasks. An introverted lover and people's person who comes off as calm and interesting. This is from week 1 all up to the end.
No way.
There is a story about every. I just started keeping stuff.
Bro, you're using my guy's folder now, Quidax.
Your guy, I got clothes from your guy. And honestly, this was when we had Airtel task. They gave us Crocs. This is something about Crocs. This is one of the cool parties. We had this Quidax. I was Team Dodge, myself, Deji, Diana, and I think maybe Giddy Fire. This is probably the most interesting artifact. Bryann, do you remember this thing?
Let me see. What's this?
It looks very simple.
I'll tell you, bring it. This probably is what I'll use to close this session and move to the next one. When we were going into level up, we were blindfolded and we were put in a room. When they took the blindfold off, it was myself and another individual. They gave us a bunch of games. Rubber bands, dice, cards, stuff. They told us to create a game.
Yeah.
Play a round of 3. Whoever wins is the champion, right? Then they give us 2 cards. A multicolored card and a black and white card. And they just leave it there. And they say whoever wins should pick a card first. Right? No, this is a Captain Morgan. I'm just using it for the sake of the explanation. It was myself and Saif. Saif is in Abuja now. Tech bro. We finished playing the game. I won the game. And I picked both cards. And then I say, pick one. And he picked the one with the multicolor. Then when we finish, they tell us to write our names behind it. Turn the cards back and leave the room. 2 weeks after we get into the house, we realized that this is how we determine our levels. Because it was level 1 and level 2. So the black and white is level 1. The multicolored is level 2. Because when we went into the house, we didn't understand why.
That boy is a bastard. You see that boy? He's a bastard.
Who thinks like that? Because we didn't understand why they put us here. Why did they separate us? We didn't get why. And when they tell us that literally we
I
were
think
the
after
one,
this, I'm going to call him.
We're the ones that decided our own
Do you, know,
fate.
do you know something crazy? When we first entered, we entered before.
Yeah, you guys entered on Saturday.
So 2 days into the
This is very
the
unnecessary,
opening,
but I apologize. I'm vain.
yeah,
Now your way now. Now your way.
I'm telling you
Just
that
don't
something
show off.
like feels wrong, or something. Not something feels wrong, but like I feel like we're about to be in opposition to other people because it doesn't make sense how we spent time with other people in lockdown and we've not seen you until now. And I'm looking at the space of the house and I'm saying this is too small for 20-something people.
Yeah.
Guess what?
There is
For
no
us,
way
it was too
there's-
big.
So I'm like, there's no way.
Were you guys upstairs or
Well,
downstairs?
This is
upstairs.
unnecessary
So
at
I'm
this
telling
point.
everybody we are going to be in opposition to the people, and then I'm looking at the
No,
painting,
when it's yours,
and
now.
I'm looking at the painting, and I can deduce that like,
No, they give you back.
bro, we're going to be at loggerheads with some other people, and I think again they made us. We didn't come on Sunday. You get we came I think Saturday or
Yeah, you guys entered on Saturday,
a day
23rd.
before or something like that. So everything was the way I was gauging everything. I
It
told
was
everybody,
off. Yeah.
bro, there are more people coming and they are going to be somewhere like
But you're
away
very
from us.
intuitive.
I tried.
How you go survive
Very.
for the house when you know they're intuitive?
Very intuitive. I love it. I love it. Are
And
there
I
any
think
more
I think the
questions?
Sunday when we came into the house, Big Brother said you guys should go into the garden.
Yes.
So we start. You know the game is so messed up. We started seeing shadows. We were hearing voices. We didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
So we now went to the door. How far? Can you guys hear us? Day two, they were like, "What's going on? Who are these people and everything?" But then on Monday, Big Brother opens the arena door. They're already in the arena. They open the door. We see them. Everybody goes bonkers. Wow! Finally, we are together. Everybody goes to find their roommates. We hug. We do the HOH. There's new HOH. Big Brother says, "Go back to your respective levels."
Gee.
Then Big Brother now says the HOH will nominate.
Yeah.
Then it becomes, and it was so funny for us. You guys probably never know. Alpha, who is your partner? Who is your partner? I'm not going to give up my partner. Why do you want to nominate my partner? Nominate your own partner. And you have limited time. Big Brother is going to call the HOH into the diary room to nominate somebody. So from the very beginning, it was a messed up experience for everybody. And we survived
So
that.
you guys are not on the same level.
No,
how
he
did
was
you
level
guys-
2 where we
So how
merged.
did you guys end up becoming friends?
We merged.
When we merged, we became friends.
And we were the only ones that could reason on the same level.
When we merged.
Every other person, we didn't understand what was going on.
Yeah. It's like the day, the day like we had a special eviction. I was literally singing it that
Somebody's going up today.
get evicted and it's not by voting. It just made sense to me. From everything I was seeing, it just made sense. That somebody was going to get evicted.
Sorry, here you go. Man, bro, so much insight. Oh.
The game is the game.
Clearly, the game changes and
Yeah.
evolves crazy.
I think this is my last question here. How did winning and losing task affect your mindset in the house?
You want to go
I
first?
think I can tell. You will just say something.
Winning and
Losing task affects your mindset in the house.
I mean, so for us, like, maybe it was a good thing they never used to like announce the prize for us, because you know it's different when you hear like somebody just won 5 million. Like first prize 5 million. You just be like, what am I doing in this house? What am I? There's some tasks that we didn't even know. They didn't tell us who the winner was. Even up till now, we don't still know. So maybe that was a good thing. Then the losing part. For me, sometimes I felt really bad. Sometimes it felt really funny because some people took it so serious. So it's more like I'm feeling bad, but then I'm seeing somebody's reaction. I'm like, it's just a game. Like you see some people willing to fight. I'm just nah, it was so dramatic. Man.
Yeah.
It was so dramatic. Kelly, what about you?
You know now, For me, it just reminded me that the God you're praying to is also other people's God.
My God, that's the realest, I think that's the realest thing I've heard today, man.
Do you get?
That's the realest thing I've heard
So,
today.
if I want to get angry, something will tell me, okay, you want to get angry, okay, God should be blessing you alone and leaving all that.
Yeah.
So it just reminded me that, okay, bro, if you don't win today, this other person wins. Somebody has to win, and it must not be you.
All the
Every
time.
day,
Yeah.
you understand? You will win what you need.
Yeah.
I always tell myself that. And if you remember, I mentioned that I started winning the games that align with my personship. Let me put it that way. So initially, I wasn't winning that much. Yeah. Maybe that's the reason why, at some point where they were selecting people, they were not selecting. I wasn't really winning. Where people were recounting eight wins.
Yeah.
I was me and Kasia were at like say 3.
Yeah.
That
You
thing
get-
was so annoying. People
Yeah.
counting wins
Yes.
in the I'm
Yeah,
like,
but I always told myself that the only thing I used to beat myself that, bro, you could have done better.
But
But
the main winning, you won it now.
yeah, bro, yes, I was
Bro.
yes, I was coming to that. I always beat myself that you could have done better. Even in HOH games, yes, you could have done better. But on the other hand, I used to tell myself that yeah, if today is not your day,
do you know what's so crazy
win
about
another
him? Everything he won was so strategic, including you won the last head of house that literally put him in
And
finals.
he hadn't won any of
Anyone when it mattered the most.
So God was already saving the best for last.
Yeah, and funny, Kasia told me
Yeah.
because Kasia was she wanted me to win the HOH very bad because she never cared about HOH.
Yeah.
It was me when they splitted us. In her head, if she wants to go on fire, but me, I should win the HOH, so at least to keep me down because the nominations were becoming too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she told me one day that something told her that you will win that HOH when you need it the most. She told me. Yes, Kasia told me that.
Crazy.
You see Kasia.
And her words became life.
Yes, you see Kasia.
You guys are spiritual.
No,
Bro.
don't play with Kasia. Let me tell you. The day after our wedding, we went for Thanksgiving. Kasia was speaking with the mic. The next thing, if you hear tones, Kasia started speaking in tongues in my head. You did not. People did not tell me this thing before I got married, though. Like seriously.
Yeah.
You understand? You see, Kasia, she has one part where she can be this small pepper, but the other part, Kasia is actually a spiritual person.
Yeah.
And when she told me that, that gave me a sense of relief. That, okay, yes. And it happened that way. Yeah, so winning and losing, the day I won, thank God. And at some point, my winning, I reduced the way I celebrate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reduced it, and it was intentional. I noticed that it was getting to some people, but they were pretending.
Yeah. No, standard now.
Yeah, I noticed it was getting to
Standard.
some people. Yes, so I reduced it.
Some of them no feel relate to bro.
So
Enemies plenty.
yeah, once we leave the arena, I don't say anything about it anymore.
But
Except you come and tell me congratulations and all. I'll just go. But when I'm
Even the congratulations, some of them, you get as a bill.
Bro, the
Yes.
congratulations, they
You
dey
know.
talk am with one
Yeah.
mouth.
Yes, you
the
know.
other mouth, they dey spray to their diet to say,
Yeah.
bring this man down.
Yeah. So I reduce the way I celebrate.
Bro,
I'll just say God, thank you.
Yes, so that's all you can do now.
So,
Let's talk about life post the house. Because now we just talked about the house. So let's talk about life post the house. So I'll be asking questions. Feel free to answer if you feel you have the answer. So
Yeah.
I'm going to start off with this thing called fame.
My expectation was to make that bread, bro. Collect that money, put it in, because I'm a finance guy. I know exactly, I manage so many people's money. Now let me have the opportunity to manage my money, right? Yeah, to be honest, that's all I went for, right? So was let me go in there, get the bread, but the truth is I lost focus.
You have to.
I lost focus. You know how I lost focus? The same thing that you said. I forgot that it was a game and I was out there living life.
We know that's what the house does to you. You actually, because
I lost focus.
I won't lie, for the sake of this conversation, shout out to the production crew and the set design. Because how they made the house just make you forget that.
Bro, you will lose focus. They will even Ebuka will still remind you that,
That you are
people are
in a
losing
game.
focus. So
But everything is just, don't worry, live your life, don't worry.
It's all good.
You just forget and everybody go lose guard.
yeah,
I didn't have any expectations going into the house. I thought, again, I'll say it, I thought I was going to leave after 2 weeks because first week is immunity for everybody. So I just thought second week, they will nominate me, I will leave.
yeah, that was.
So I didn't have any, I think at the time I was just like, maybe even if I have 50K followers, I'm fine.
Yeah, okay.
I'm okay. I'm just, because before then, I used to be in the fashion industry. I used to see entertainers, influencers, they will get 10K followers. They will post picture like 1K likes. I'm like, how? I just struggle with maybe 100 likes. How could they
Oh,
do?
you didn't reach 100.
I know they reach 100. Now it's at the top.
Like.
I'm just like, yo, what's going on? So I'm like, you know what? If I get 50K followers, I'm fine with that. 2 weeks, it's okay. I'll go back to my fashion business. I've been on the show. I have the platform. Now, so week 1, I survived. Week 2, I survived. Week 3, week 4, week 5, I'm like, what's going on? Up until the last day, Big Brother had to tell me that, look, we are only here because we are worthy. Stop looking down on yourself, because that's all my reality was. I didn't believe good stuff could happen to me. And then I come out of the house and I'm like, 400K followers.
And that's just the beginning of
400K? Alpha. Are you people serious? And it was good at first, but then it became overwhelming. Because notifications, comments, you must respond, you must like. And
You must snap.
by profession, I'm a digital marketer. It became overwhelming. I'm like, no, I can't do this. This is too much. Where from? Was like, where's all this love coming from? It confused me for a bit, and I can proudly say it's taken me 2 years to finally get to the point where I'm now comfortable with everything that I have. And that's one of the philosophies that I have. Regardless of how long it takes, as long as you get to your destination. I'm not in a competition with anybody. I'm not running my race against anybody. It's me and myself. I don't want to. I'm going to say this, right? I do not think coming out from a reality TV show, and when somebody asks you who are you, and you say I'm a content creator, influencer, actor, all those many brags, I think is more of a disadvantage than an advantage. Having too many things to attribute yourself to, it's not the flex you think it is, because you need to be known for one thing.
Because you
And
just
stick
spread
to that.
yourself too thin.
You are confusing everybody. How can you say, and man.
Who is he? We don't know.
I want to say this thing, and I don't mean it as a shade or a sub to everybody, right? But you people should please. I'm honestly not attacking anybody, but
That's calm, bro.
I don't think everybody is meant to be an actor. Right. The fact that
It
you
only took me 2 tries, bro, and I knew Chef Bankz, not for you.
No, the fact that you've gone on the show and they make it seem like you need to retire as an actor, it doesn't make sense to me. I honestly feel like you've gone on the biggest show in Africa.
No be lie.
I don't think people understand.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I see how people navigate on social media,
They say, oh, you have fans in South Africa. I said, me too, I didn't know.
I don't think people understand that. You would honestly leave Nigeria, you would go to another country, and they would recognize you as a public figure. By virtue of already being on the show, you've made it. I wish this conversation was echoed enough in rooms.
What? So where should I touch down first?
Anywhere, bro.
Anywhere!
Tell your village first.
I don't think people understand this, right? By virtue of already being on the biggest show in Africa, you've already made it. Now, I believe that not everybody will get it initially at first, but because you've not gotten it does not mean you should keep moving. It's okay to pause and try to navigate and say, okay, you know what, how I want to navigate this thing. Okay, now here everybody they go, now here I want to go, this place not to the work, make I calm down, I'll go take run now. It's okay to ask questions, but you go on the biggest reality show in Africa and then you come out and again, no offense to anybody, honestly speaking, no offense to anybody, but then you start acting like you are starting from scratch. It feels like you've discredited all the work that you've done.
Taking your blessing for granted.
Bruh!
Yeah.
And it pains me that
some of us need reminders. I'm an example. My friends had to tell me, bro, you went for this show, you got these followers, now you're complaining about these followers? You don't cut yourself short.
Sorry,
just
no
you
problem.
asked for this now.
You asked for this. Fine, it might confuse you first couple of months, and it's okay. Nobody's going to crucify you, right? And I think it has to do with people knowing what they want for themselves and who they want to be. Once you know that and understand that, the journey becomes easier. Do you want to start struggling for likes and engagement and trends online? Is that who you want to be known for? Or you honestly, genuinely want to build a brand for yourself? I say this to people who want to go into business, post-show. even people who are not celebrities, you have a business and then you want to run your business, right? Most people go into business thinking they wouldn't succeed. But what if you succeed? What if the first time you post about your business you get 1,000 orders? How do you go? How do you manage that? Where do you go from there? Most people don't do things thinking this thing is going to excel and I have all the resources to mitigate it. And honestly, that's how you should look at life. Look at the positives, because with negatives, you already know the outcome. It will break you down and you run away. But something works out in a positive way. For example, now, I used to have a one-man business. I started doing my business, now I have 1,000 orders in a day.
I love it.
I want a runner. Now I have to start thinking actively and proactively. Okay, I need to employ more hands. I need to rebrand myself. And honestly, you've been given the platform. That's how you should be thinking. The petty things that the fans would be talking about, I'm going to say this. You've worked in an agency before, you understand it. Brands don't look out for who is trending.
Nope.
It has never been
Did we
a
not
thing.
discuss this thing outside?
It has never been a
If you like,
thing.
my brother, have the most followers.
Wherever you are on top
have the
100
highest
charts,
engagement, my bro.
Brands-
If you don't align with the brand.
brands have never
You are
looked
as
out
good
for
as
who is
useless to them.
I
trending.
think he said the biggest mistake that people make is like they assume they need to be like the hottest thing instead of
No, you don't.
creating
In
like
your own space.
Honestly
you are
speaking,
Look at now, hold on. Who did Louis Vuitton pick for their creative director? Was it Jay-Z or Pharrell?
It was for
who the else?
crazy.
Rihanna know they do music
Was it
again now,
Kendrick?
but she's the creative director
Was
of
it
Puma.
Drake? No, it was.
Someone that aligns with their
Pharrell left
vision.
music a long time ago. Man.
People don't
You don't have to
understand
be
that
the hottest, man.
you
don't have to.
can actually present yourself as a brand. I have value to give your organization. This is what you are doing. This is what I'm going to. We can meet in the middle. Because also what people don't understand is every brand has a target goal at the end of the year.
Exactly.
Find the loopholes. The way to succeed in this world is finding loopholes and how you can mitigate it.
Seem alive.
This actually leads me to my next question. With fame at the moment now, are you guys happy with where you are?